In the final decade of the 21st century, men and women in rocket ships landed on the moon. By 2200 AD, they had reached the other planets of our solar system. Almost at once, there followed the discovery of hyperdrive, through which the speed of light was first attained and later greatly surpassed. And so at last, mankind began the conquest and colonization of deep space.
As the dawn of the space age would forge a new frontier of possibilities, the human imagination sought to foretell the limitless future that lay ahead. Postmodern prophets and oracles mused over man's ability to handle this new power, and how this power would shape and reveal human nature. Worldly concepts of the time were projected into a futuristic universe. Humanistic ideals such as morality, heroism, or egoism were applied to a futuristic or technological context. Social commentators utilized science fiction as a means for exposing the nature of society. Behind the campy symbols of sci-fi is an allegory that reflects cultural zeitgeists. As science fiction of the past depicted natural terrors such as large, scary monsters, technological advancements would open up a wealth of questions for sci-fi writers worldwide. Events such as the creation of the atom bomb, as well as the moon landing, caused many to fear the direction man was headed. The specific and unique elements of science fiction, such as the presence of advanced technology, extraterrestrial subject, inhuman abilities, and confused or futuristic time setting, collaborate effectively to convey a message of fear and warning. As scientific innovation rapidly became the focal point of the 20th century society, power, through progression and achievement, was evident and envisioned. Engineering, led by NASA and the US military, was incredibly sophisticated at the time of its public appearance, which commanded a sense of awe and alarm caused by images of magnificent force and destruction. The Cold War, an arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union, was a living fear that the public foresaw. The introduction of extraterrestrial matter, along with the superhuman powers, created a fantasy of wonderment of a future society that was founded upon scientific advancement. Within science fiction, images of aliens and monsters and certain abilities that defied present scientific principles and evidence supported public speculation of an uncontrollable, progressing society. The element of a misunderstood and often futuristic time setting captures the culmination of the entire science fiction movement. With a blurred sense of time and relation, one is essentially lost, describing the public of the 20th century.
Rocco, you were the laziest man on Mars.
The speedy establishment of the technological advancement became the basis for the era of hypothesized future of man. Vonnegut used fantasy and science fiction to examine the horrors and absurdities of the 20th century's civilization. His constant concern about the effects of technology on humanity led critics to consider him a science fiction writer, but the author himself rejected this label. The abundance of heck job science fiction magazines, B-movies, and deadbeat pulp writers created a stigma behind science fiction, which would prevent it from fair examination by scholarly literature critics. Vonnegut's first novel, Play a Piano, portrayed a futuristic setting with his signature dark humor. The story depicts scientists and engineers of vast corporations setting out to automate everything. As a result, the functions of human beings are gradually taken over by machines. Such a story highlights the deadly combination of power and indifference of technology, and heeds a warning regarding the relationship between man and technology. Additionally, Vonnegut warned that a man's dependence on technology would be used to control society, collectively dumb down the population.
What is she doing here?
It was, well! Rush job, sir.
Well, disconnect her and let's see what she learned.
Yes, sir.
call 348-844 immediately. Failure to do so may result in prosecution for criminal drug evasion.